everybody, this is Paul Acevedo, also known as EastX with Windows Central, and tonight I'm joined by my brand new co-host, Tyler.
Hello. How is everyone doing today?
You guys might already know him. He's been a stream moderator for the last few months now. Oops, gotta sync. Yeah, Tyler's just gonna help us along through this. We thought it might be more interesting to have two people instead of one. Sometimes we might even go for threesomes.
That sounds exciting.
Yep, and Tyler is from the state of Utah, so threesomes are basically built into their legal system.
Yeah, against the law.
Barely.
You can have multiple wives, you just can't, have two at the same time in that way. But yeah, you can have up to 8 wives.
Hey, you keep your laws out of my bedroom.
No? Not in Utah.
See, it's like another country. Alright.
Utah's a nice place.
I'm sure it
some
is.
interesting laws, but I'm sure there's not a state out there that's too different.
Tonight we are streaming Sniper Elite 3 from UK developer Rebellion and American publisher 505 Games. That's kind of why we started so late tonight. My white Xbox One decided to stop working in the last couple days. I was really hoping it would work today. It didn't. Tyler's telling me I need to switch to PlayStation 4. I can't do it.
Yeah, you can always do that. That's an option. I'm not sure how much Windows Central is going to love you for that.
Yeah, really. Well, don't act like your system never messes up.
No, it messes up all the time. Yeah, I've actually gotten more and more
Germans are
frustrated
using
with the
Nebel
operating
buffers.
system going forward.
I need to do something
Cool, it looks
about
like
them.
Spin Forever is from Layton, Utah. Just 45 minutes north of me.
Oh, wow.
30 minutes, I don't know, something like that. It's pretty cool. As long as there aren't downed power lines on the freeway like there were Friday morning.
Display. Alright, VSync is turned on. That's good. One of the video options is VSync, and you absolutely want to have it on, because if you don't, the screen tearing is really bad. Like, I don't know why they would ever even let you turn it off, because that's how severe the screen tearing is. So what am I supposed to do? I meant to restart the whole mission, but I forgot. But it looks like I'm going up to that star. Sniper Elite 3 here is a third-person shooter until you start sniping, in which it switches to first-person. I actually had to look down at what button that was. I feel ashamed.
Looks like most of the viewers are hoping you stay with the Xbox One instead of switching to PS4. Not a super shocking revelation, but there you have it.
Thanks, guys. You are on the right page, my excellent viewers.
They won't hear me approach if I crouch.
Now I can sneak up to this dude. Is this even the mission that I was on? I don't think it is. I think I'm redoing... Whoa! Oh well, I still killed him. That's what counts.
A lot of people are asking you to turn down the in-game volume a bit.
Oh lordy, how do I do that?
Should just be in options, no?
Let's try to figure that out real quick, guys. Thanks for your patience.
Generally, just changing the in-game setting will fix it. Wow, 122 viewers.
Glad we have such a great turnout tonight. A lot of fresh new faces. It's good to meet you all. So I guess we do this show every weekend, don't we, Tyler?
Yep, pretty much.
And what time does it tend to start?
Usually it will start right at 7 p.m.
Whoops.
Mountain Time, which is the most important time zone in the United States.
Is that a time zone?
It is a time zone. It's a majestic time zone with mountains in it.
Far be it from me to call you a liar.
So that would be
Search the body.
8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and, I don't know, 3 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
It sounded to me like you just started speaking in trigonometry.
3 of those are correct. I can't go
Place
beyond
to use my war
U.S.
rod.
continental U.S.
Gotcha. This will disappear when they are attacking. Yeah, so they let you know what state the enemies are in. And let's aim for this guy's crotch. Dang it, didn't kill him. That one. Not as exciting as I...
It's interesting I think we've talked about it before, the lag that's just kind of built in naturally on Twitch. But hearing EastX describe what he's doing isn't syncing up with my hearing him since we're chatting live, but the video I'm watching him play is about 20 seconds behind. So it's going to take some practice to get used to this.
Can't be helped.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Alright, so they're gonna come and investigate that eventually if there's anyone close enough. Oh, here comes somebody. Gotta remember... Okay, yeah, this is one of my favorite games, but always, you know, I hardly ever play the same game like twice in a week, so I always have to remember what all the buttons do, all that junk. There's a guy way over there. So who would a game like this appeal to? Well, if you like the Metal Gear Solid series... Dang it, I just cannot seem to get anybody in the nuts.
Now the stealth on Metal Gear Solid, for me, being not good at stealth games, is a little bit tough. Would you describe the stealth as difficult in this game?
Only if you have the difficulty really jacked up. Like on, I think I'm probably on easy or normal right here. Like, I'm not sure, because it should have started me on a different mission. That's the problem with having to switch my hard drive to a different one all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, the save data or something.
Yeah, for some reason it didn't put me back into mission 3, it put me back into what I believe was the first mission, maybe the second.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know, and I never would profess to be good at stealth games, but I know Metal Gear Solid can be rather frustrating for me at times.
Well, if your difficulty's not too high, then you always have the option of shooting your way out of it. Like, it's not real fast shooting like you would get in Call of Duty or something, but, like, it's a very viable option most of the time. Because you got a sniper rifle, and it's got great stopping power, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use submachine guns for close range combat, which we'll probably end up doing eventually. Probably I should figure out where I'm supposed to be going from.
Probably a good idea. No waypoint indicators or anything. Oh, it looks like there's one on the bottom left corner.
Yeah. Bunch of symbols and things. You can hold the back button. Or is that the view button to see the map if you need to? I'm gonna take all this guy's stuff. He's not using it anymore. How do I get around that way? Does this guy have anything good? Yeah. I'm just not seeing some obvious pathway here. Okay, maybe it's... Click in the left stick to run.
It's a novel control scheme
dynamite.
right there.
Place dynamite with right bumper, or use right bumper to throw. So, yeah, you can do some fun explosive kills. Am I supposed to kill this thing? It doesn't have an objective marker on it, so I guess not, right? There's where to go. And I could have hidden in that little cranny over there if I needed to. Like, there's so many ways to approach a level. One of our readers complained that the game is too linear, but I think it's like, it's kind of, I don't know, like Hitman 2, you know? Like, you have a lot of ways to approach how you want to kill everybody. So that's where you get your replay value.
That's where the variety comes from. Interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure if I've told you this. I've never actually played a Sniper Elite game or a Sniper game before, unfortunately.
I know for a fact that you've had the opportunity. Yeah, you weren't streaming anything this week, were you?
No, I've actually been playing my PlayStation 3 quite a bit, so no streaming ability there.
PlayStation 3?
PlayStation 3. It's kind of like a Super Nintendo. It's a really old retro console.
Oh, yeah, you know, I think my grandfather might have had one of those.
Yep. No, I went to play Sniper Elite, and speaking of crappy OSs, it installed the 3.5. You know, it auto downloads and auto installs the updates, which is 3.5 gigabytes. And so then I went to start the game, and it wouldn't recognize the update, so I had to delete it and reinstall it. And 3.5 gigabytes doesn't download that quick on my internet speeds.
Yeah, I wonder, what is your overall download speed? So I just earned some experience. Gonna try going back to the level I'm actually on. Campaign and chapter select, mission select. Yes, yes. Yeah, see, now it lets me pick the one I was on. And we're gonna stay on Cadet because Obviously, I got in over my head there for a
Silica.
minute. Story scenes
what the
take
intel
place
on
via
Oasis pointed to.
these, narrated
Valen's
digital comic type
mysterious
things.
mission in Africa.
They're very, very
I was
serious.
supposed to find answers. but
They're
left
basically
with
the same
more
as they were in
questions.
Sniper Elite V2, the
My
game that
orders
came
are to
before
find
this
out what
on
the
360 and
informant
PC.
To fill in the
And
blanks.
yeah, they're just like they're too
Problem
serious.
is,
The game
he's
has
being held
there's
at a
some
POW
flights of
camp
fancy
to
to
the
an
north.
extent because like there's
The
side
only way
missions where you get to
through
kill Hitler,
is
right?
Hellfire Pass.
But there's no
I'm
humor
hitching
in
a
the
ride
story.
with
I
a
think
long-range
that's what the
desert
story
group.
could really use is like
the
a
Germans
wry
have
sense
dug
of
in
humor,
with
some,
Flak 88s,
maybe a little
so they have
sarcasm or
notable.
something. But it's just
We can't afford a massive
dirt serious.
firefight. I'll
So
have to take
that
out
makes it
the
very
guns.
skippable. If you want, you can customize your loadout. There's a bunch of weapons that you can buy as downloadable content and other weapons that you just unlock as you get farther through the game. Ultimate Edition will come with almost every weapon pack. I think for some reason they left out like 1 or 2 weapon and clothing packs, and they left out one downloadable mission, the pre-order mission for killing Hitler. But you can still buy those if you really want them. Do you ever pre-order games, Tyler?
Yeah, I do pre-order games from time to time. I have the Gamers Club unlocked at Best Buy. I think you know what that is, right, Paul?
Oh yeah, you only have to pay $128 for 2 years, right?
That's right. They've dropped that price to $90, but it's been on sale for as cheap as $30. So it has been affordable at times.
Good deal.
But then you get 20% off of purchases, so it goes a good way with Best Buy pre-orders, and then they also give out $10 gift cards on certain games. So yeah, the last couple I pre-ordered were Shadow of Mordor and Far Cry 4, and they were both
nice.
quite enjoyable games.
Can't believe I saw you streaming Shadow of Mordor. I can't remember if I actually watched you play Far Cry. I'm sure I at least saw that you were playing it once.
Yeah, it's a lot like the third one. I'm not sure if you've ever played the third one. I found it to be very, very similar, which is, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but just kind of got a little bit more grating, a little bit quicker.
Isn't the character in Part 4 more likable than the one in 3? Because I heard the guy in 3 was a douche.
Well, the guy, I mean, I couldn't think of a less likable character than the guy in Far Cry 3. So it doesn't take much, but yeah, it's a little bit better. It's story-wise, it's not a whole lot better. It's maybe a little bit better than Far Cry 3, but I mean, that Far Cry 3 is known for having one of the worst stories there is.
But it does have a wacky sex scene at the end, doesn't it?
On the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple sex scenes.
But I mean, isn't there one where you like get killed while you're banging?
I don't
It's like
remember.
the bad ending. There's two endings.
It's something similar like that. I don't know if we want to go into too much detail in case some people haven't played it. I know it's an older game.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping it general. You're the one who's trying to get specific.
I'm not trying to get specific. It's like that. I chose the good ending, so I don't remember the bad ending very well. I think I watched it on YouTube. But
yeah, I listened to somebody, I listened to a podcast where they queued it up, so I could hear it, and it was pretty amusing, just hearing it,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so,
yeah.
I mean, if you ever wanted to break Far Cry 3 out, you want to go for the bad ending.
Yeah, that's true. And just, for a little bit of entertainment, watch it on YouTube if you want, if you're not ever planning to play the game. It's, I think they're going for dramatic, and it's really just kind of silly.
And now that 4 is out, you can just skip to 4 anyway. So yeah, just watching the cinematics from 3 is a perfectly valid option. So is that a bad guy? Oh, that's a bad guy. And he thinks he sees me. Time to run. There we go. Now he can't see me. You got your level of alertness indicator there, kind of like Splinter Cell, but a little bit different. And we are going to kill him full of holes. But then I have to reload. That's the problem. Unless you have some kind of sound covering up your shot, like a plane flying by, then you... Wow, where did that guy come from? All of a sudden, all these people come out of the woodwork, If you just incapacitate them, then they lay there and yell for a while before they die, and one of their guys will come up and rescue them if you give them the opportunity.
Half Black, we were talking about Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. Man, the chat is going very fast tonight.
A little hard to get used to that, huh?
Yes. Wow, look at all those entrants for the PS4 version.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm used to not seeing, you know, more than one or two.
So check it out. If I don't want anybody to be able to find this guy's body, I can pick it up. And I can just relocate him to somewhere more amusing. Come on, buddy. We're going for a trip. This is how you cover your butt. And you can do fun things like booby trap a body. That's really what I should be doing. So like, there's nothing more amusing than leaving a remote mine or a landmine or whatever on a guy's body, and then like 2 or 3 guys come up and check it out, and they get blown to smithereens.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, although as gory as the game is with its sniping
First order of
kills, the
business.
explosion kills don't
Find those
separate
88s.
limbs, which would be keeping with that level of goriness. It just knocks them around and there's blood stain. It's not the same. So, right on the D-pad switches to my machine gun, left switches to my pistol, up sniper rifle, and then down I think I could equip an accessory there or something. So I want to sneak up behind this guy and get him. Hey! Who? Oh, because there was a guy on the roof.
Even a bunch of people entering for the Steam codes. Man, I'm not used to seeing it go off like that, except for Xbox One versions of games.
Yeah,
Good.
obviously we cater to an Xbox One crowd, but a lot of the games we play are available on multiple systems, like Sniper Elite here, and so we certainly want people with those systems to be entertained and perhaps to win something cool. So I want to snipe this guy. If he would stay still. Oh, he just went into the... Ah, no, there's a bunch of them. Crap. Alright, let's try the machine gun out. No, you don't. Who else wants some? He does. There is plenty more to go around.
Yeah, lots of codes tonight.
Yeah, 505 Games was so generous with their prize donation tonight, and so that helps us make for a more exciting stream, right?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Huh? Oh, I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were asking me a question. Maybe talking to the viewers.
Oh yeah, just in general. Yeah, I'm saying it's more exciting that we have more stuff to give away. You know, like, we do this to
Absolutely.
entertain you guys, and, you know, hopefully to get you interested in the site as well if you haven't been to it before. Although I wager that most of the people here have been.
Yeah, I would think that that's probably the main source of where the viewers come from, though. Unless you're out all across the internet advertising your stream.
And this is a good way to make friends with people who read Windows Central, you know, and even yours truly, and some of our moderators. You know, like, besides Tyler as my co-host tonight, we have Derek Does It on moderation duty. He took a few weeks off, but we're glad to have him back. So if you're wondering why I like this game so much, because this is one of my top Xbox One games of last year. The reason I like it is because I like this hunt and peck style gameplay. Like, I am all for slower paced gameplay in shooting games. And also the third person perspective is nice. So I could pick up somebody else's machine gun, or I could switch to my pistol, but really I just need to be sniping somebody. They all know where I am, so it would be smarter to relocate. Oh crap, where'd that shot come from? Fine, I'll just run. Oh, there's a machine gun. Okay, nobody come get me while I get this. There we go. Lovely architecture there. Doesn't that look like a big bomb and they made a house out of it? Which you'll see in a minute. That's the problem with asking you how things look.
I'll let you know in 20 seconds.
Yeah, and this is not really a natural color scheme, you know, like most movies and games, they have, you know, used a different, they're using color grading, I guess is what you would call it. But it is a more pleasant color scheme than infamous Second Son, which for all week I've been telling people how ugly I thought infamous Second Son's colors are. Ah, who's shooting at me now? Crap.
Unfortunately, I haven't played that, so I can't chime in. I know probably fairly dark.
Stop shooting me! There we go. Look at that. Right through the calf. I think that was a calf. It might have been. Never could keep animal names straight. Ah! Oh, hold B all the way and you can go prone. Hopefully that will protect you for a little while while I try to get back up. Yes, running over here.
Is there a setting on Twitch to like show like the last 100 comments or the last 500 comments? Have you seen anything like that in the settings, Paul?
No, I never have. Why do you
Just
ask?
because sometimes, especially on a bigger stream like this, like so many people enter the Thompson giveaway that I mean, I'm sure Derek does it is right on it, but like you already lose people who have commented and entered, you know, the keyword or something. So it can be tough to like go back and check and see who won and stuff like that.
Wow, we might have to address that in the future somehow.
It shouldn't be a major deal for this stream, I don't think, but as you know, you're only going to get more and more popular. Cool guy like you.
That's what my mommy tells me. This guy looks like he wants to come in the door, but he's not coming in the door. Come on, dude, just come in the door. It's not a trap. Kind of feel like a shark. Ow! Crotch! Shoot him in the crotch! No crotch shot. Yeah, Half-Black Canadian was asking me to shoot him in the crotch. I think the circumstances have to be just right for that to actually count. Reload. Shooting up the stairs. Right outside the door.
Cecil Kilmer says you can use an IRC client to do chat, FYI. Unlimited backlog of chat.
That is true.
I don't know exactly what that means.
You don't know what IRC is?
Isn't it like a instant messaging program?
Not instant messaging, it's like group chat. It's.
Oh.
I mean, that is how everyone chatted in the 90s. Like, in a group setting. You would just go to...
So it is old.
No, it's still around.
I know, but it was around a long time ago.
Yeah, that's like calling the internet old.
Like AIM.
You're using your old electricity. Sitting in these old chairs. Man, chairs, they were invented thousands of years ago. They're outdated.
So, yeah, so they're old. No, I actually didn't know that IRC was still around. I've only ever seen it when I used a program called Trillion, which is like all your chatting systems in one or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to really enjoy Trillion back when I did a lot of IMing.
Yeah. Yeah, in high school for me.
So, high school, huh? That would have been about, what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, right. I wish. It was my 10 and a half years now.
Oh, that is a while.
Yeah. And I didn't have a reunion or anything. Whoever's in charge of that sort of stuff is dropping the ball from my high school.
You sure they didn't just forget to invite you? That would be
possible. That's possible. It's not like I knew more than like 10 people there in high school.
I don't think I got invited to mine, to be honest. Alright, there's a guy, like, right above me.
Pretty sure most of that stuff is handled through, like, Facebook or some sort of social media anymore. I mean, I guess they would still have to submit invites and stuff.
Why is it saying that exclamation mark right there? I kind of want to go to it. I think that's just where the enemies thought I was, and then they decided I was over there just now and it disappeared. Alright, well, whenever your high school does get around to having a reunion, just let me go in your place.
Sure thing.
People won't know the difference, right?
I mean, we don't look that different.
We're practical. Yeah.
You can grow facial hair better than I can.
Yeah, that's one of my many areas of expertise.
I'm just a novice in that area, unfortunately.
Let's see here. So I'm in like a pueblo. Game takes place in Africa. Go sit down, honey. Go.
Hey, you were mentioning that it's a little bit different. It's because it's still World War II. Is that right?
Yes, it is the tail end of World War II. But you're right. Most World War II games, they happen in some other place. What continent? One of those continents.
Usually Europe, I would guess.
Oh yeah, that's a popular continent. Maybe even some of our viewers are from there.
Man, so many entrants.
Some more
Is
ammo.
everyone really only entering one time? I can't imagine your viewers will be trying to scan the system. No, they're all basically different names.
It better be.
I just remember I couldn't even give away a third, the last Flockers code for PC a couple weeks ago. Man, you're blowing up, dude. Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, we're able to do so well in part from the support of the game developers and publishers like 505, but also because we have a lot of great viewers who are helping us support the mouth, and then lots of excellent readers, and finally tonight some of you guys are giving it a chance who have held out before. Yeah, for some reason there's this fear of watching Twitch. I don't get it. Like, people just don't want to try it. Like, I mean, a lot of people do try it. Twitch is very popular, but then you have a group of people who won't try it. I mean, why do you think that is?
You know, I don't know, but I have that same exact issue. On CAG, we have a small group of, you know, people who chat together in a thread, and it's mostly PlayStation oriented, obviously. But you know, we're just kind of friends there, and there's certain guys that just never ever show up to anyone else's streams, you know, despite the fact that they're constantly chatting in the thread. So
Like
I'm not
Cleaner?
sure.
Just kidding.
Now Cleaner's good about showing up. Is Cleaner here today? I was gonna check the list, but I probably can't even check the list.
If you have an IRC client, you can.
I mean, I can check it, but it's just completely randomized.
Ah, what was that? Alright, there he is. Try that again. Dare you.
Yeah, Derek makes a good point about the codes. If you're lucky enough to win a code tonight, it'll be messaged to you on Twitch. Twitch has this weird thing called an other inbox. I think that just because there's spam going on, that they try and segregate that spam to the other box. But sometimes the codes go into this other inbox. So make sure to check there if it's not in your regular inbox.
And you can only win once.
And you can only win once, absolutely. You should only enter once per contest. So like if he says type, you know, V3 or whatever the keyword is, make sure to only type it one time. And make sure you're following the stream, of course.
Please. And you can
Pretty-
also feel
pretty
free...
please.
Yeah. But also feel free to follow Tyler, my co-host tonight, Tyler H1701. If you see him type anything in chat, that would be the easiest way to follow him. Or also I link to him and Derek does it. There we go. Well, you can see the guy's nuts, but we can shoot them.
Yeah, but if you'd like to follow me, you definitely can. I mostly play PlayStation 4 games, but 90% of those games are the exact same as Xbox One games, so that's not really a big deal. Only difference is the type of buttons that pop up on screen sometimes. Oh, that's cool. I just saw an intestine shot. Sorry, I'm remember 20 seconds behind, but they did the X-ray shot.
Yeah, really. And also, because I keep setting... Oh, look at that. Is that for his neck? Kind of head and neck. Yeah, I've lost the element of surprise here. I'm not being very good at stealth tonight. So ordinarily I would surprise them more and I would get more of those X-ray kill shots.
I do stream Spelunky a lot. You're right, T Rhodes. Thank you for pointing that out. It's been less than it used to be.
Yeah, we
And
do
I've
have to
actually-
warn everyone.
Yeah, watch out for Spelunky streams. And like I said, I haven't been streaming a lot lately because I just stream through the app on the PS4. But I've been playing PS3 recently, so I don't have an Elgato or anything like that at the moment.
For shame.
I know. I just need to break down and buy one.
Always waiting for a sale.
Yep.
No, well, you know what you could do is just get a mover's coupon from the post office. Get 10%
Yeah.
off at least. I mean, I definitely would use one if I was going to buy an Elgato, because they're a little bit expensive.
Yeah. Amazon has them for 140.
Oh, look at that! Just lost a lung or something. Ah, time to run. Grab! Grab! Okay, that's enough. I still have bullets. Ow! Come on, I was behind the wall.
I do not envy Derek does it. Everyone make sure to say thanks to Derek.
Ah, grenade!
He's kicking ass here, giving out these codes.
Yeah, also feel free to follow Derek Does It. If you're looking at our channel through an actual web browser, then below the below the gameplay window, you'll see a bunch of information about the channel and our show. That includes a list of all the staff. And also, you guys, as of tonight, we are starting to accept donations for this stream. Like, you guys are all new, so you're probably not ready to donate just yet. But that is a thing that people on Twitch do, because the Twitch website doesn't actually pay us anything, sadly. Like, you have to be ridiculously huge before they will even give you the chance to earn money, which is not a fair system. But don't let them hear that I said that. No, no.
Banned. All of a sudden your stream shuts down.
Oh man, yeah, we'll never make it to the top now. But yeah, so one thing you can do is if you really like our stream and you want to contribute, then you could donate a little bit and we will use that money to buy new games to stream, because there's some big games that we did not get to review. Like like this game I got to review, obviously. You know, the publisher is definitely playing ball with us. But Shadow of Mordor, that's a game that I really would enjoy streaming, but Electronic Arts couldn't provide a review copy of that, nor could they for Dragon Age Inquisition. So, like, if people donated enough, then something we could do is pick up more games to stream, and we would specifically stream those games, not on Saturdays, but on Wednesdays. Alright, did you see that sound symbol? That indicates that there was, like, some overhead sound going on, and I could have shot that guy right then without anyone noticing. So I'm gonna see if that happens again in a second. Sometimes those sounds are regular occurrences, and sometimes they're not. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I just ruined his day.
So the sound symbol means that he hears you, or that he's making noise? Or that there's someone above you making?
Yeah, it just means there's some environmental sound.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear the sound all that well since I'm streaming, but it could be an explosion, like if they're doing detonation or just some kind of war type thing happening. So yeah, there's also a cover system. Press left trigger to pop out and shoot at things. All clear, good. For once I didn't set off the whole camp.
Do you know about the estimated time to play this campaign, to beat the campaign on this game?
Well, I don't remember exactly, but I'm thinking minimum probably about 12 hours.
Okay, about standard for a war shooter.
Yeah, pretty reasonable.
Probably longer than something like Call of Duty anymore. I know Call of Duty and those type of games, Battlefields, you know, their bread and butter is the multiplayer.
Oh, how about that guy? Just trying to snipe a fern or something.
You got it good though, I'm sure. That fern won't forget you anytime soon.
Damn. Yeah, like we've got 8 campaign missions, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they're really long. And if you're playing on a higher difficulty, then it's going to take you even longer. But some people love the realism that comes with a higher difficulty because, like, you get, for instance, on the very highest difficulty, the bullet will drop down and it'll be affected by wind and stuff like that. And on the lower difficulties, you don't have to worry about that. So it's up to you how much of a simulation you want it to be.
That sounds tough.
Yeah, it's not my... I mean, like, it's fun to play that way, but it's, like, just... How much time do you have? Right?
Yeah, you have to be, you know, this has to be your game of choice for a lot of hours.
Exactly.
To perfect gameplay like that. There's just so many games out anymore, it's hard to dedicate to one game.
Yeah, for a lot of us avid gamers, that's definitely how it is. Like, you play downloadable games, especially if you're not some jerk who only plays big AAA $60 games.
That's a good shot.
Oh, come on. There we go. I love the dramatic sniping camera. You can turn it off if you don't like it, like if you think it slows the game down too much or something.
Oh, you can shut that off, that's cool. I mean, I like it too, it's fun to watch, but...
And you can make it even more common than I've got it. Like, I've got it on normal, but you can make it always. So, like, every time you snipe, it goes slow. Ah, crap. Just saw somebody walking by.
Is there multiplayer in this?
Oh, that is a good question. Yes. There is full campaign co-op, as a matter of fact. Online only 2-player co-op. So, and that makes the game so much more fun. Like, I'm really looking forward to my friend Zero Tolerance getting an Xbox One together, because we played part 2 on Xbox 360 quite a lot, and it was, you know, some of my best co-op times that I've had. You can watch each other's backs, but more importantly, like, it's set up where cooperatively one guy can use binoculars like this, binoculars, and you can actually mark targets, and then the other guy can go after them, or at least you can be aware of where they are and try to avoid them. So it has some good cooperative mechanics.
Now,
But-
is it, I think you mentioned it, is it the same campaign or is it a new co-op only campaign?
Oh no, it's the same campaign.
Okay.
But there are separate multiplayer modes outside of the campaign, such as, yeah, there's different versus game types that support, I think, 12 players. Might be 16, might only be 12. Oh. Come on.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. And I haven't been saving, have I? Alright, so I got set back a little bit.
You have to manually save?
It looks like a good idea to do so, but there are autosaves. Like, this is an autosave. So let's practice that saving. Bam, save. Just like a PC game. And the being able to save anywhere lets you really experiment with your solutions to problems and kills. Like, I could see a guy who is unaware of me, and I could decide, well, do I want to go up and stealth him? Do I want to snipe him? Or do I want to, like, you know, throw a grenade and see what happens? And that's something you couldn't do to the same extent if you weren't able to just save anywhere.
Gotcha.
You know what? Is this really the beginning of the level? I feel kind of silly if it is. Nobody said we were actually going to beat a level tonight. Did I say that?
No one made any promises like that.
Yeah.
You guys have all seen Paul's streams. You know how it goes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Just giving you crap.
Yeah, what I should have done is recruited a co-op player. Actually, there was a guy, Zorbs or somebody, who wanted to join in on co-op, but he said he couldn't make it to the stream. So, you guys, you got to clear your Saturday night plates. Okay? I know you're popular, but, you know, stream's got to get watched.
That's right.
Ah! Dude, right
Saturday
there.
night is the new stream.
Whoa, look at that. I shot him, yeah, apparently in his own grenade, because there was an explosion. So that was pretty different. You can see ash all over the ground. He's covered in blood. It's great. Now, I guess I want to get away from there. The important thing is that we're just showing off the gameplay, and we're telling you how the game works, and what we like and don't like about it.
Oh yeah. Did you want to talk about the Ultimate Edition?
Oh, well, I certainly could. Yeah, interesting thing, the Ultimate Edition is going to cost less than the regular edition costs right now. I don't like the sound. Sounds like that guy can almost detect me. Oh, good. Now he doesn't. Now I'm going to try to climb over and get him from behind. Oh, but he's got another dude right there, so that's not going to work out. Man, that's a good option. See, and this is a place where it would be smart to save and just try different things.
Right.
I really... What? Crap.
On the harder difficulties, do they limit your saves or anything like that, so you can't just kind of do that?
Yeah, I think the very highest difficulty, it might have to be all in one go. It's a good thing I just saved. Bam, right back there. Now let's get... Oh, you douche! Reload. Yeah, that's probably...
The guy just bearing down on you with the machine gun.
Somebody who owns this, remind me how to bring up the radial equipment menu. Because, yeah, I'm being very bad at remembering that. Oh, there's a good push. But you can shoot people's eyes out too, and that would be a fun thing to show if I could ever get it lined up right. I know Gomez was really wanting to see somebody get their nuts shot off. But that's the single hardest type of kill to make in this game. Hey, you poke your head back out. Is he going to keep his head down until that other guy comes around to get me? Let's find out. You can hold your breath by clicking in the left stick, I think, except I've done it too... What? Done it too recently. Let's just run.
I must say, I'm definitely for you trying to shoot someone in the eyeball. I think that's a great idea.
Alright, let's see if we can pull it off.
And my headset's batteries are dying, so I can plug them in pretty simply though.
Yeah. Oh, tap the D-pad to zoom in a little bit. No, just stick your head back out, dude. Let's see what we get here. It's definitely gonna be in the face. Neck. That's like a face.
The face, that's the porcelain.
There you go. There's another dude up high somewhere.
Kind of a shot. I can't blame you for not putting that one in the eyeball.
Yeah, and I don't know why I kept thinking it was left stick to hold your breath. It's actually right bumper. Oh, man. I swear to God, I'm not so bad at this usually. We've had a rough time getting the stream set up, you guys. In case Tyler didn't mention it before, he probably did, but my white Xbox One has stopped working in the last couple of days. It's having a weird operating system bug in which it won't let me select anything. Like, the A button just won't work. Everything else works except for A, that all-important button.
Yeah, it's kind of like the one button that you can't ever have go down.
Yeah, and this is actually a common little bug that hits people, except usually power cycling will make it go away. Mine won't make it go away. I've tried it so many times.
Is that something you can probably have to send it in for?
I just might have to.
Yeah.
Which is not cool.
Yeah, no, that's no fun.
I really wish I had not saved so close to a bunch of guys who are about to spot me, you know? Like,
yeah.
I need to get away and then save, because every time I'm starting up with that annoying situation.
The guy that's right here.
Yeah, I could go ahead and save right now, though, since at least I killed that guy. And that's one thing you can do if you're having trouble with the difficulty in a game that lets you save anywhere, is just kill an enemy, save, kill an enemy, save. Wow, that was a good shot.
Paul's used to that. He does that regularly. Take 10 steps, save.
It hurts because it's true.
There's games when it's actually useful, going for like achievements and trophies, difficult things like that. If you have to like beat levels where you can't die, it can be very useful.
Yeah. Every kill you earn experience for, by the way, and that contributes to your overall level. Just a fun little metagame mechanic. Don't think.
What does your level do? Anything?
As far as it might unlock equipment. It's either equipment or nothing. But you know, like a level would indicate to other players how much you've played, obviously.
Okay.
So I got a little hole here. Maybe I can just hide in my hole. It's nice. Got some foliage. I can eat those if I get hungry. This guy calls for a machine gun. That's what he needed. Now move, Paul. Oh, there's another one.
Will they eventually stop before you if they can't find you?
Yes, they will call it off. Which is funny because sometimes it's not like sometimes no military group would stop hunting for like
yeah,
days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if they had like confirmation of an intruder, intruder's basically found.
This guy killed 12 of our dudes. Oh well, let's call it off. He's obviously left.
There's no way we're gonna find him now.
Man. Also, you guys, I'm afraid I didn't get very much sleep tonight. You know, just listing excuses, but it is the truth.
That's no good. Sleep is important.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, like a unicorn. It's unobtainable for me.
Yeah. You're a busy guy.
A little too busy. Where am I getting shot from? Let's just sneak around some. It's pretty clear we should have done this stream a few months ago, back when I was playing a whole lot.
Yeah, it's tough to get back into games.
Gotta relearn the whole process. But that is something like I like to mention on our streams is a lot of obviously you can tune into streams where somebody is just an excellent League of Legends player or Spelunky, for instance. You know, some guy who plays too much Spelunky. But then when you tune into our stream, you're kind of seeing what it's like just for a regular person to play, like what it might be like for you personally to play, or you know, just older dudes.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Your stream is probably a little bit unlike a lot of streams on here, especially the super popular ones. Man, those guys get really good at certain games a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
You know, and when I think we were talking about it earlier, when you switch games around, you know, and you're playing a new game every week, at least one new game every week,
At least.
you don't get, you know, perfect at any game.
God, I should have saved before I walked over there to him. I used to be really good at one particular game series, though. Have I ever told you about that?
Bomberman?
That's right.
I have heard of Bomberman.
And quite a long time ago, back in the Sega Saturn days, which would be 1999 and 2000-ish, I was one of the top-ranked Bomberman players in America. That was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then, you know, like a few years later, Bomberman Live on 360, that was 2006-ish. Where am I even getting shot from? Ah, the sun. Totally in my eyes. Lens flare. Alright, so I need to be working my way over to destroy that thing, and... But it's... Oh, there's...
The game I'm probably the best at, which is not a competitive game, but probably Super Mario 64. I've
Really?
played that quite a bit. Yeah, the 64 I was like right in my heyday as a kid of play video games all day, every day, whenever I can. And it was when I didn't have a whole lot of money, obviously, as just a teenager. So I played the same games over and over.
Those were the days.
Yes, they were.
Ow.
Indeed. Are
Well,
you gonna have, I'm not sure, maybe, I don't know if you can talk about it or anything, a game called The Escapist? I saw you did an article about it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you're gonna be able to get a chance to play that game?
Not next week, but definitely in advance of it coming out.
Excellent. I'm just interested in seeing that one. It looks very weird.
Yeah.
Different.
One of our readers was like, I don't play pixel art games. Most of our readers are not like that. Trip mines are best used at choke points. Okay, we are going to stop and look at the controls, because I've had enough of not remembering how to use grenades and stuff. Control layout. Radial menu, left bumper. Down inventory slot or zoom out. So, radial menu, what have I got? S-mine, designed for large area damage. Do I have a trip mine? Landmine. Got a decent arsenal of equipment here, don't you think? Here's a trip mine. Alright.
Just got a bunch of new followers on Twitch. Thank you everyone who's following. Appreciate that. Metal Mega Geo, I recognize that name from CAG.
Yeah, good to finally have you back, Metal Mega Geo. We thought we'd lost
Cecil, recognize him from your stream.
you. Yeah, and Cecil Kilmer is also a cat.
A54D. Oh, is he?
Yeah. I saw him in the-
AJ6627. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice. Oh, I was just going to say I saw him in the XBLA thread at Cheap Ass Gamer tonight.
Nice.
Alright, now
Is
what
it same username?
Cecil Kilmer, yes.
Cool.
And he's a member of the Windows Central Warframe clan,
Excellent.
which all the coolest people are. Okay, I gotta remember that I left that trip mine there. I wonder if I could set off my own trip mine. Oh, time to sneak. There we go. No more machine gun dude taking me out. Oh, and he's all ragdolling. Look at that. Whoa, and how did they just realize that I had done anything? I think I can man this turret. I'm gonna search him first. If if anybody comes up from behind, then they're gonna have to go through that trip mine. It would be really funny if they just set it off from a distance.
There's some funny physics right there too.
Yeah, I should probably get his body off of there. Come on, dude.
It'd be the respectful thing to do.
You've had too much to
His
drink.
like arm is stuck on the turret or something. Yeah, so they noticed you based on that takedown.
Yeah, it looks like somebody realized that he wasn't up there on the roof anymore.
Yeah. Far Cry 4 is the last game that I played that had any sort of stealth element.
Ah, check it out. That was a good throw. Gonna save again. Far Cry 4?
Far Cry 4, yeah. You can do the compounds and stuff stealthy. It's like not at all required, which is good because I, once again, I'm terrible at it. But yeah, the last game I played with any sort of stealth in it.
And
Trick Division brings up Evolve. That game is another interesting looking game to me. I think it has the potential to be cool. I'm interested to see how it does and how popular it is.
There he is. Ah! Okay, but now I know where he is. I did save right where I was. Hold my breath, zoom in on his eye. Let's see if we get it. Come on, bullet. Yes!
Sweet, I'm excited to see it here in 20 seconds.
Aye aye, Captain. Alright, and that is almost certainly who spotted me originally. Now that I've done that, yes, I'm saving, because there are too many bad guys in this area.
Oh. Yikes.
Whoa! I didn't know there was a ladder over that way. Ah! Good thing I just saved. And now I'm ready for the ladder.
Are you playing on normal difficulty?
We'll say that. Ain't nobody climbing up that ladder. Can I kick the ladder down? Probably not. Get on ladder, but no, I can't kick it down. He's just incapacitated. He'll be alright. Not. Yeah, I got a nice vantage point here, so I can just do my dirty business. Let's see what we can. Just right through a leg. Probably severed an artery or something. It does consider him dead.
Yeah, what does incapacitation mean? That they're just dead? They're dead, or can they still shoot you from the ground?
I don't think they can shoot, but the thing is that they lay there and yell, and that alerts everybody else.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yes, definitely a stealth game then, huh? I didn't realize this game was so stealthy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Like, we had a reader in the comments of the article asking if it was stealthy or not. And it's like, well, yes, you do need to play it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know, like, I've never gotten around to playing a Metal Gear, much to my chagrin. Not that I think I would like them all that much, because there's too much story. And the stories, from what I understand, are pretty ridiculous, like Resident Evil level of dumb. Maybe not as dumb as Resident Evil, close, right?
Metal Gear Solid 2 has, like, possibly the worst story I've ever played in a video game.
And
it turned me off the series. I mean, I'll still get around to 3 and 4 at some point, but I mean, I did just stop playing it after I played 2. It was so bad.
yeah, and yet there are people who praise the stories. Like, just the quantity of story is enough for them that they don't, like, seem to think about whether or not it makes sense.
There's no way anyone could ever define Metal Gear Solid as making sense. But, I mean, if you're into that, I guess, over-the-top, crazy fun, and the story's not that important to me in most games, but it is just so weird in Metal Gear.
Alright, I'm putting a landmine right here, and if anybody climbs up the ladder, he should set it off. So I'm just going to fortify my position. And that's how we're handling this. Ah! Didn't think about him. Should I put him out of his misery? There we go. Do some of that. Gonna take his body and send it sailing. Whoops. Down he goes. So I know Now that I've actually booby-trapped that one ladder, they don't want to... Oh, crap! That wasn't good. Oh, and I've been forgetting to save, haven't I? Tyler, you gotta remind me to save every now and then.
Okay, every couple minutes I'll just say, have you saved yet? Have you saved yet?
Yeah, I'm a bit slow tonight. So you guys, if this is your first time tuning in to Twitch, I hope you like the experience. It's like a podcast is what I tried to convey in today's article, because probably a lot of people are more familiar with podcasts. And let's put another mine right here, because we really want to see a mine go off.
It's actually, I mean, for me it's more enjoyable than a podcast. A lot of times listening to podcasts, I start tuning out, you know, thinking about something more interactive to do. Twitch, both with the chat and watching someone else play a video game, creates a lot more interaction than I ever get personally from podcasts anyway.
Yeah, I agree. And if you need to look away for a minute, you can do that, and you're still hearing the host.
Right.
So, like, you can do work while you're doing it, you know, like if you had something you need to do. I often do that.
Yep. Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of the streams I watch, you know, I'll kind of half watch and, you know, participate in the chat. Usually the chats don't move quite as fast, most of the streams I watch. It's nice, I mean, it's cool to have so many people chatting, but at the same time it can be hard to have, like, a consistent conversation with the people that are chatting.
That's very true. And we should point out that usually we have a bit of a smaller crowd, like tonight's crowd is really great, which we're thankful for. Usually it's a little bit smaller, and you can really get to know your fellow viewers.
Yeah, we have many guys in here that are very friendly and, you know, long-time EastXTwitch viewers. There's Cleaner. Hi, Cleaner.
Hey, Cleaner. Glad you made it. We're planning to have Cleaner on the show at some point, by the way, so you guys are familiar with her. He really caved in his eye socket. Oh, that was excruciating. What a way to go. Now it's time to save.
Oh yeah, have you saved yet? I need to nag you.
Oh sure, nag me when I'm already in the act of saving.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. That's actually something I run into playing games a lot too, is not remembering to save when it's something you need to do manually. You know, you kind of get just spoiled by checkpoints that are everywhere.
If the game auto-saved after every kill, I mean, it might be a nice option, but then again, you might like get yourself in a bad situation that way.
Yeah.
So these guys are just determined not to use the ladder now that I've booby-trapped both ladders. Oh no, that guy I think is gonna come around. Alright, we gotta see this. Oh, but the sun's in the way. Come on, dude. Oh, maybe I should tempt him. I don't want them to forget I'm around. Hey dude, you coming? Ah! That's not supposed to happen. Which you'll see in a moment.
He did already kill one guy.
Yes.
With him, and it was excellent to watch.
The testing shot actually gave me points for that.
I still haven't beaten.
Woo! Did you see that? Isolated kill. That dude, he set off the trip mine.
You didn't even get it on stream.
No, well, I mean, it was like in my peripheral vision. Alright. What is everyone drinking tonight, by the way? Tyler, do you have a beverage?
Right now I just have Pepsi.
That's not very exciting.
No, it might get a little bit more exciting later.
Yeah, you could at least put some sauce in it.
Yeah. How about you?
Water, man. Like
that's even less exciting.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's exciting to me because I was at the store and they're like, "Hey, you want to try this drink, water?" And I'm like, "What's that?" But you know, it's kind of tasteless, to be honest. It's not what I was expecting.
Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of water.
But as from what I understand, it turns out that our bodies are made up of a significant portion of it somehow.
Really?
Yeah,
you say it's called water.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you're solid, right? And yet there is a lot of water in there, is what I'm told.
Not me. I don't drink water.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe it absorbs in the shower or something.
I mean, you got blood, right? But blood is clearly thicker than water.
right. I believe that's the saying.
So we're gonna go up this hill finally. We've made some progress at last. Relocation successful, it says.
Mountain Dew Live Wire. I can't approve of that. Apple juice, that's pretty good.
Ooh, I like apple
See
juice.
what else is drinking. Kool-Aid. Depends on the flavor. Kool-Aid is not bad.
Just drinking the Kool-Aid. So there's an optional goal over there. If I wanted to get all the achievements, I definitely need to go after the optional one. Which, you know, to be honest, I don't know where to go. Like, I don't know what would be least dangerous.
Red Bull.
We'll go for the optional.
Red Bull's okay when you mix it with certain types of other beverages.
Like vodka.
Yeah. I like it with Jägermeister as well.
Oh, I've never tried that. So most of these guys over here should be dead. I'm gonna run over. Oh, there is a guy. God, dude, know when to call it quits. This'll put him out of his misery. I'm not getting any good leg kills. I mean, even if, you know, a near crotch shot, I would settle for that at this point. So they do know I'm around here. It's just a shadow. It looked like a guy from a distance. So where's his optional objective? What am I supposed to do over here? Siphon some... What? No, there's an A button. Climb. Okay. Oh, there's a guy over there. Stand up, dude.
Do you notice most of the guys in your vision, or do you notice them on the radar usually?
Probably I should... Well, no, I do look at the radar. Uh-oh, explosive barrel. I don't want him to shoot that. Oh, look at that.
I can imagine walking in and getting completely shot up without even noticing someone, like I do in most, you know, Call of Duty online shooter type games.
What's the last Call of Duty that you played?
Eldritch on Rye is here. He's from CAG.
Hey, Eldritch.
He used to hang out on the PSN thread, and then he bought an Xbox One to go with his 4,000 copies of Tomb Raider or whatever it was that he had stocked up. Eldritch is quite the flipper. The last Call of Duty I played,
Flipper.
I don't know if it's flipper. Maybe he's just kind of a hoarder. I don't know how to describe him. Last Call of Duty I seriously played was Modern Warfare 2. Like, I actually played that with my friend some. I did play some of Ghosts. My friend has it on his Xbox One.
Hey, achievement. Oscar Mike.
Perfectly okay.
You could at least be happy for me, Tyler.
Nice job getting an achievement.
See, Tyler doesn't have an Xbox system anymore, so he misses out on the achievements.
I get trophies, don't worry.
Yeah, but you know you missed the pop.
We still have a pop. It's more of a ding, but
And I'm like,
similar.
oh. And then you can go sync it.
Hey. At least they pop when Xbox Live or PSN is down. They still actually work.
Oh, well, yeah, that is something. I don't see what I'm supposed to... It says to disrupt the communications.
Yeah, disrupt the communications.
Yeah.
So,
but,
like,
oh, sabotage the motor pool. Is that the
take
one that...
someone's cell phone and smash it.
Okay, I'm actually at sabotage the motor pool, so I guess maybe I'm supposed to sabotage this tank? Usually you would walk up to it and there would be something to push.
Like a prompt, like a plant C4 or something.
Yeah, there's gotta be something. We got this. Nothing comes up. Maybe if I walk around to the other tank. There's still at least one guy alive who knows I'm over here, which is a shame.
Cleaner, you're biased. I don't want to hear it from you, Cleaner, anymore.
Did she say that achievements are better?
She says the sound that achievement makes is better than the sounds that trophies make.
Oh yeah, it gets into your soul. Like, there seriously has to be some way to sabotage this. Does anybody... Do we have anybody real familiar with Sniper Elite who can tell us?
Want me to Google it?
Sure, if you want.
What level is this called?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's the objective?
It's half a
Sabotage?
pass. Yeah, sabotage the motor pool. Half a pass. That's another good thing about having a co-host. so that I can send him on errands.
Yep.
One of the reasons that I get along so well with Tyler and that I've chosen him to be a co-host is because, like me, he likes to play a lot of different games, and if there's one thing I appreciate, it's a love of variety. Or I could just say variety. I appreciate variety, and he does too. Like, I had a little debate on YouTube the other day, based on my best Xbox One games of 2014. This guy was being a real jerk about my picks.
So, sorry to interrupt you. Can you shoot on the tank? There's like a little spout popping out of the tank. Okay, so there's like a tank that you drive in, and then there's a tank that holds oil. So on the tank that holds oil, like this little spout thing, can you shoot that?
Well, I mean, normally when you're fighting a tank, but is that what it's saying to do?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me get...
See that little red thing right there? Oh, I forget, you're 20 seconds behind. No, it's not on the drivable tank. It's on that big oil barrel thing, that huge green...
Oh, I did see a red thing. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, the sun is super in my eyes. I guess that's how it is in Africa. Hey, there we go, guys. I should have figured that out on my own, right? When I saw that it was red.
Yeah, after I saw the video, I'm like, oh, red. That's probably what it was trying to signal.
Thanks, Tyler. You're the man.
Yep.
Alright, now I definitely want to save. Yeah, so anyway, this, like I've said before, is one of my picks for best games of 2014, because even though sometimes I struggle with it, as you can see, it's always a lot of fun, and I like the range of options that I have here in combat. But, yeah, now I've forgotten what the point of it was. Why, oh yeah, like, you know, basically he said that all the games I picked suck, and you can be guaranteed that he's played, like, at most one of them, if not none of them. But that closed-mindedness, you know, like, just looking at a game's visuals and saying, based on this game's visuals, this game sucks, as if the visuals were the gameplay or something, you know? Like, highly illogical and self-defeating. You know, like, I mean, obviously, when somebody talks like that, they're dating themselves, like, they're showing their age, that they're a kid. You know, because, I mean, what do games look like when we were growing up, Tyler?
Yeah, they looked pretty pixely sometimes.
Yeah, and hell, you played N64 games, those look like...
Yeah, those are blocky and polygonal. Oh, I don't think that's the word.
Blurry textures. You know, the textures look like vomit in 64 games. I never liked that. But that doesn't mean that N64 games are not good. You know, it just means they didn't look all that great.
Well, I think the other thing that frustrates me, and by the way, you're kind of to the side of your camera, like we can only see half your face. The other thing that gets to me is people that will dismiss a genre, or say a game that's bad. Say a game is bad if they don't like the genre. So, like, I think you picked a couple of 2D platformers, kind of Metroidvania-style games on your list.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't have a problem if people don't like those type of games, because everyone has different tastes, but that doesn't make the game bad. Just because you don't like that genre doesn't mean the game is bad, or that someone else shouldn't like that genre in that game.
Yeah, that's a very... It's like you're saying when you say something is bad, you know, that's a very...
It's an objective comment. Like, this is objectively bad, but really,
yeah,
you can subjectively say, "Oh, I don't like this. It's not for me."
Yeah, you have to understand that there are other perspectives out there other than your own, and this is what so many people on the internet don't get, but especially young people, I think.
Make sure not to insult our young viewers.
Yeah, not all young people, but no, like, a lot of times when people talk that way, I can tell that they're probably a teenager, maybe early 20s. Not all people are like that. Lots of much better people. Whoops. Yes, I guess I did. I'm just not going to be happy until all the Nazis are dead.
Eldritch is calling me out for being too rational, which is fairly true.
It is a problem.
My CAG persona is probably a bit different than my Twitch persona.
Yeah, you do a lot more ranting and raving on Cheap Ass Gamer.
I do. Yeah, because I mean I'm guilty of what I just said. The games like Walking Dead and the Wolf Among Us, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Those type of games I will definitely call out as terrible games. Even though they're obviously not objectively terrible. They're not for me.
A lot of people do love them. Tales from the Borderlands and Game of Thrones I both like very
Yes,
much.
those. And I actually think I might actually like both of those. Those are two licenses I'd be far more interested in than either of the other two that were out. And I guess they're making a Minecraft one, which would be even more interesting. Probably going to be kind of for kids, maybe. I don't know. But I'd like to see what they do, trying to tell a story in the world of Minecraft.
Wir haben ihn in die Enge getrieben.
He was in for a surprise. Yeah, I really want to see that as well.
Irgendeine Spur von dem
Like,
Putz-
I do wish, as far as Telltale games goes, I wish they would add more gameplay sequences and a little bit more variety in how they incorporate gameplay. Like, because QuickTime events, they do work for that style of game, but they're still not, you know, they're an inherently flawed gameplay mechanic, I think.
Oh yeah, I agree. I just got through playing Lollipop Chainsaw, and it had quite a few.
Wonderful.
They were implemented fairly well. The ones I really don't like are the split second ones, and then the instant fail ones.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it wasn't guilty of that. Lollipop Chainsaw wasn't too bad there. Like if you missed it, you took damage, but it wasn't an instant fail most of the time.
Oh crap.
Ich habe ihn im Visier.
You want some of this? Because I got some for you.
I'm low on ammunition.
Probably I don't want to run out of bullets. Oh, come on. When's the last time I saved Tyler?
Oh yeah, make sure to save frequently, Paul.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
I found you the answer for the tank or for the motor pool.
Yeah, I guess I owe you for that. And I did save after that, right? Probably. I just need to not set
I don't
everybody
remember.
off. Let's have a
Oh,
look
you
at the
died.
map.
That's why you're remembering when you saved.
Yes, that is the time that we bring it up. Okay, how about disrupt communications? That is... It doesn't even show it on the map.
You want me to look that up?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Here we... Sniper's nest. Oh, there is a sniper nest here. So I guess I should try to find the sniper's nest. I just want to find these guys and stealthily kill them. Is that... Whoa, there's a guy up there. Ah, no.
Are we almost out of codes, do you know? Oh, it looks like we're doing a PC one now, maybe? Yep, Steam codes.
Okay. We're getting near the end of the stream, you guys. I think we're going to go 5 or 10 minutes over because we started 15 minutes late. Really sorry about that. If my Xbox One hadn't been acting up and forced me to hook up my other Xbox One, and then we had to switch hard drives out because then it wouldn't launch the game, even though I had an external hard drive with the game on it, then it would have been different. But how it worked out.
So sneak down into the basement of the building that the communications lines lead to. You'll find 2 guards. Take care of them with your well rod, and then complete the disrupt communication objectives. Do you see any like communication lines?
Oh man, I mean, does it show it? You got a map or a screenshot or anything? Like, if I knew if I was even in the right part of the level.
I can see if there's a video of it. Because most of the videos I'm looking at are 20-minute long. I think they're like portions of the level walkthroughs.
Huh.
Oh, objectives, locations guide? Maybe this will help out.
Shoot this guy in the ear.
There you go.
Oh, that works out. Oh. Didn't go.
Not happy about that.
Nah, he seemed rather aggrieved. Some people just interpret things the wrong way. And again, it's probably not the best way to make friends. Oh. Take cover. I think I'm almost to a sniper's nest. Okay, we're there. This guy running around here somewhere. Can I just... Why can't I even use the machine gun turret? You'd think there would be a way.
Usually if it's sitting there, you can.
Yeah, usually, but no button prompt comes up other than fall. Well, no, there was one. Do I have to just... Mount turret, A. Alright. It wouldn't it be nice if somebody actually came up here and got shot. There is something on the map there. That little... Oh, that's a communication line. Right?
Let's see.
Are they all...
I'm just getting back to your stream. It just looks like it's in a couple of broken down buildings, which I know doesn't help.
Not a really tall building?
No. I didn't think so.
This building is very tall, and in fact, I think it has the sniper's nest. Yep, that's a sniper's nest.
That speaker
I don't know. Can you get in the basement of that building?
Enter sniper nest. Woo! That's an achievement too, is finding all of the sniper nests. You'll have to go look. And by the way, I just leveled up to level 7. Word. I just want to... We should go ahead and thank everybody who tuned in tonight. We've had an excellent crowd. Lots of people. Hopefully they thought the game was slick and cool and they didn't hold it against the game when I screwed up a lot. I did eventually start to get into the hang of things. Like, this is a game where you might, at least when I play, I probably would play in like a 3-hour session, and I like, you know, eventually I do understand what they want me to do. And then that's when it gets fun, because that's when you can start experimenting.
Yeah, playing a game like this in a short block, especially after having not played it for a while, you're not going to get super far, I wouldn't think.
Could not tell if that was a guy. Yeah, probably I should have just stuck to one. Oh, is that a new sniper rifle? Oh, looks like we have a guy coming up. Well, he's definitely walking around. Hold Y to spot for... Yeah, we'll chase sniper rifles. Why not? As long as I get bullets. Looks like I have a lot of bullets. I don't think I can set my own landmine off, so if I have one, I'm going to put it down. Whoa!
Yeah, you can. It's always fun. It'll be fun for the viewers to find out if you do accidentally set it off yourself.
Good point. That was left over, so let's pick landmine and plant it right there. Press and hold right bumper to plant it. Same button they use to hold your breath later. I mean, when you're actually sniping. So, with Sniper Elite 2, I played the competitive multiplayer some, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I haven't actually gotten around to competitive multiplayer in 3, sadly, but I'm sure that it's pretty engaging if you get a 4 or close to 4. And obviously a lot more people are going to start playing once the Ultimate Edition comes out, since it's only $40 and it adds a bunch of value with all the extra missions and stuff.
$40 is a fair price, especially since it adds the DLC.
Yeah.
I know everything on new gen, they're trying to get every dollar they can on a lot of games, it seems like, so 40 seems like a nice fair price.
Can't complain.
No.
And they really did keep working on it for a while. Nobody's coming up, and no, I can't set off my own landmine, so I'm going down.
Well, most Ultimate Editions cost the same price as the original game did at the beginning of at launch. So
yeah, you're right. We're lucky they
do a cheaper price is nice.
And by the way, if Sniper Elite looks interesting to you, but maybe you don't buy into the historical setting as much as I do, then the same developer, Rebellion, is using a different publisher. They're self-publishing, but they have a new game coming out that is a spin-off of this called Zombie Army Trilogy. I wrote up a good preview on that you can feel free to check out at Windows Central if you're interested. But Zombie Army Trilogy, it's a collection of 3 episodes basically that make up a full game. And the first 2 were already available on PC. This is going to be the first time they come to consoles. Yeah. So that's another game that, as a fan of the series, I'm looking forward to. And that one, you know, like, personally I don't find zombies very interesting in general, but Nazi zombies, yeah, that is a different twist. And it's not, you see it in a few games like Call of Duty, but it's not a common thing in games. And also, mixed with the stealth gameplay and the sniping, it's definitely going to be a different experience. Yay, all clear. Alright.
So it still does have stealth, huh? Even though it's zombies, most zombies are basically just running gun shooters.
Yes, as far as I know, it is still paced more like this. However, Zombie Army Trilogy is 4-player online co-op instead of only 2 players.
Nice.
Yeah, so that additional cooperative focus I will especially like, because I just like co-op a lot better than competitive multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I don't bother with competitive multiplayer anymore, but I'll do co-op when it's the right game, something I want to do.
By the way, this is where we were looking for.
Wir haben ihn.
Yep, there you go. I
You guys,
think disable the communications.
yeah, do I want to swap the gun for the same gun? I can get a different gun here. And a little bit earlier, I didn't call it out because we were talking, but I picked up a weapon part that if you collect enough weapon parts, then you'll unlock new weapons, and that's one good reason to search all the corpses.
Type of an unlock or some type of upgrade system.
Yeah.
Pause 9X says that Zombie Army is more in your face. There's not as much sneaking around.
Oh, okay. So it is a little bit different gameplay-wise too, then, but not.
It's third person. Is that right? Third person shooter.
Oh yeah, same as this.
Okay.
There we go. Communications have been disrupted. So both optional objectives completed.
Have you saved recently?
I guess I'd better, huh?
Your wonderful viewers are sending out reminders, which reminded me.
Thank you for joining us, Bandit Gaz. Yeah, is that pronounced Paz 9X? I always thought it was Paz 9X.
I was pronouncing it with my native Spanish tongue.
Oh, es mucho bueno. No, es muy
Gracias.
bueno. I gotta learn how to say that. It's not mucho bueno. I don't know where I picked up. Got that wrong in the headline.
Yeah,
once.
mucho bueno is like a whiteification of it. What's the term? Gentrification of just like directly translating words.
Like, would you say plenty? Well, no, you can say plenty good. Although that might not even be grammatically correct.
Many good.
Yeah, many good. That's the best equivalent.
Yeah.
So, I guess, is there anything else we wanted to talk about? I guess we should remind readers how we really like to have comments on our articles, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think you should definitely do that. I also think that everyone needs to make sure to thank Derek. He's doing a great job with the codes. Giving out codes is a lot of work, especially when the chat moves this fast, when you're trying to keep track of things. You're searching, you're writing down usernames, you're making sure the right code goes to the right person, and it's not a simple process, and Derek's done a really good job tonight.
Yes, and we could use a bot for that purposes, but we like to have the human moderator touch because it allows us to make sure the codes go out a little better, in our opinion. Because we want people who really participated in the chat to be the ones who have
a little bit of
an edge.
Advantage. Yeah.
And we want some regular viewers to win, and yet we want a lot of new people to win too. So that's a balance that we always carefully consider when awarding codes. So, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. Like, a lot of times I play games that are a little easier. Like, it's not always so challenging. I had a little trouble with Strider right first, but then eventually I got the hang of that one.
I told you it was easy.
Yeah, you were right. In the long run.
Yeah.
I'll begrudgingly admit.
I'm always right.
But the main thing is that we play a different game every single week. Some weekends we even do 2 games if there's enough time for it, or if we have a theme we're trying to go for. And so you just get to see so many different things. Like, you already know about all the big games. You know what Far Cry 4 is like, probably. You know what Halo the Master Chief Collection is like, Grand Theft Auto. But there are so many more Xbox games that you probably just don't hear about because they don't get advertised as much, or because people are not willing to give it a shot sometimes. So that's what our show is all about, is just showing you the breadth of software that is available for the Xbox One, and often on other systems as well. And so you get something different, but you'll always have me as a host, and now Tyler is...
Not next week. We should probably talk about that.
Good point. Yeah, Tyler, not only is he co-hosting this week, but next week he's hosting entirely by himself on this very channel. So you'll still tune in to EastXTwitch. And Tyler, what game are you going to be playing?
I'll be playing Thomas Was Alone, which is something I believe you streamed earlier. one of your very first streams, and I'll be looking at a little bit deeper, just further into the game. I believe you started early at the beginning.
Yes.
So we'll be a little bit deeper in that game, just checking it out. And it's kind of just a bonus stream for you guys, to keep our every Saturday, time slot going, stuff like that. Hopefully we have some fun. It won't be, this is coming off of a stream like this, which is one of the bigger streams Paul's done, probably the biggest one since all the Halo stuff that he was able to do. So it'll be a little bit smaller, just kind of a bonus stream, but I hope you guys show up and enjoy it. Enjoy the wonderful world of Thomas Was Alone.
Yes, and you've gotten to know Tyler a little bit tonight, hopefully, and I think he's going to do really well on his own. And then the weekend after that, I'll be back, because next weekend I'm going to be at PAX South in the Arcade Expo. And then I'll be back from that, and I will rejoin Tyler, and we'll play something different. What do we have scheduled for the end of the month?
I'm looking at it right now. The golf club is January 31st. That's going to be a little bit more of a niche title again, but it's a good game, if you like golf.
Yeah, and as a prize, it's a pretty good prize, because it's a $30 game, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's not cheap at all. And it's kind of, it reminds me, I say Little Big Planet, I'm not sure what the Xbox equivalent is, but there's a lot of course creator and downloadable courses, and so the content comes from user-generated stuff. So, I mean, one thing that, maybe not all the levels are perfectly handcrafted, but at the same time, you're getting way more content than you would in an actual game, even then compared to like a Tiger Woods game, where there's maybe 15 courses, and those are the ones you play. This can go on infinitely.
Yeah, and it would be better if it had a metagame to hold it all together, because it definitely doesn't. But
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but if you just want to play golf and you just want to play a different course and you don't need like a campaign to string it together, then it's a game that is basically limitless. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And then looks like Fibbage is coming up. That'll be a great game. That'll be fun with the viewers.
First weekend of February, right?
Yes. They can just join in.
We'll get to I'm sorry, I keep trying to talk over you. Yeah, we'll get to actually play Fibbage with you guys. That's an online multiplayer game, and only the host has to actually own the game. Everybody else can just play from their phone, tablet, or computer. And so, yeah, that's just going to be a blast.
Yeah, Fibbage will be fun. You guys will have a great time with that. I'll probably be around for the Fibbage stream. I probably won't play because I've played it so much that it's more fun to play with people who haven't played, because the questions will start repeating themselves, and when people already know the answers to questions, it takes some of the fun out of it. Unfortunately.
Did you really memorize that many of them?
The questions are so obscure that they're not that hard to remember the correct answer. Because there's still the whole metagame of making up answers, which you can obviously still compete in, but you do get point for every correct answer, and I might compete. The thing is, you're going to post the room code, and it's going to fill up like that. You're not even going to be able to control who's in there besides yourself. So,
does it let you kick people?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something we'll figure out when the time comes.
I don't think so. I don't anticipate that being an issue.
By the way, after the game launched, they added a shooting range, and this is really valuable for learning how the bullets are affected by distance and wind and such. So that was pretty cool of Rebellion to put that in later on.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any shooting range related achievements, if I remember right, but it's just a tool for the people who want to get serious about it. Like, if you're playing on the highest difficulty, then maybe you want to polish up your game some.
Then the last two games you have scheduled are Guacamelee and Chariot.
Oh yes, and those I'm especially looking forward to Guacamelee, because that's another one of my 2014 games of the year.
It's an excellent game.
Yeah, and I'm sure that will be an amusing stream for one reason or another.
I have a good idea why. Because you should be playing it on hard difficulty.
Yes, there is that, so it's going to be a lot of dying, except I'm pretty okay at Guacamelee, so let's hope that it works out the right way. And then, yeah, Chariot is a cooperative local multiplayer game. I'll see whether or not I can have a local co-op partner for that, because it's better in local co-op. That's just how the game is designed. But you can play it by yourself.
And that's a game a lot of people might be familiar with because of Games with Gold.
Yeah, it was a free game. Although, you know, some people got their Xbox Ones after the fact, or
It's
maybe they
true.
didn't have Xbox Live Gold that month.
There could be a lot of new owners over Christmas too. Was Chariot in December? Or was it before December on Games with
It
Gold?
was either November or December.
But there's a lot of people who may have missed out on it.
Yes, and then finally, people who don't own an Xbox One, we're also giving out PlayStation 4 and Steam games, and it wasn't free on
Yes,
those platforms, right?
absolutely no.
So, by the way, you can pick between 4 different loadouts if you just want to have them customized and then, like, you know, choose for the appropriate situation.
MTA Rails makes a good point. Guacamelee was actually free as well on
Oh,
Games with Gold.
yes, although much earlier last year,
Much earlier, yes.
June. Different reticles here. It looks like you have to actually unlock them. Don't remember how to do that. Is it from finding gun parts or just leveling up? It's one or the other. But yeah, I've got 3 available to me at present, and there's more that you can get just as long as you play through the game and look for stuff. Yeah, so finally earlier I was mentioning we really like for you to leave comments on our articles, and Tyler, would you mind saying why that is? Because I'm sure you know.
Sure, I do know. Leaving comments on the articles, not only does it, it's good for Paul to read them and get the feedback. It's good for viewers of the site. It's good for developers and publishers who may, check out the article about, whatever Paul wrote about that time, whether it's a review or a preview or about the Twitch stream or whatever. The more excitement they see about their product, the more likely they are to, give codes to Paul, so we can give them away to you guys, and basically just support the stream or support the site in general. Basically, the more support, the better for everyone.
Yes, definitely. And if developers know that our readers are really interested in Xbox One coverage, besides prizes, it can help us get more review copies, because we do get a lot of review copies, but there are still some we miss out on, like Shadow of Mordor I mentioned earlier, Dragon Age Inquisition, games that it would have been really cool if we could have reviewed, but it just didn't work out that way. And we have to focus on games that we do get sent to review, so we often won't review something if we didn't get a review copy, because we have something else that still needs to be reviewed.
Sure.
At any given time, we have something that needs to be reviewed. So anyway, help us get better games for review, and just, show your appreciation and add to what we're doing by leaving your comments on the article for this contest. And if you can, look at other articles that I've written. Like, on the page description, I have a link to all of my articles. And, like, today we put up a really interesting piece of content. We put up a Japanese translation guide for Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is a really cool puzzle game from Japan. It's a game that anybody can import and play, and so I've written a guide that tells you how to import it, and it translates all the menus. So, like, you can fully understand that game, except for the story, if you use my guide. And that article could really use comments. Like, if you guys have the time, whether or not you've commented before, I would really appreciate it if you looked at the guide. Even though I know if you don't own the game, the guide, a lot of it isn't going to help you, but it does help you know how to get the game. And there's a gameplay video attached too, so you can see what the game is like. And anyway, just like we try to have different Xbox One coverage, because you can go to IGN or Kotaku and you're getting a certain amount of coverage that you can expect. Like, everybody has reviews, everybody has news, but we try to review different things, like things you wouldn't have heard about anywhere else, like, Thrustmaster steering wheel, the play seat, things that are less likely to get covered elsewhere. And we try to give you different guides and just things that will increase. Oh, Half Black Canadian, you're awesome. Half Black Canadian just donated to the stream. Thank you very much, my friend.
Awesome, very cool.
Yes. So that's
Very
what
nice.
happens when somebody donates, by the way. We get a nice little notifier. So if you ever want to donate, try to do it during the stream so we can all do a
Paul
little
will blow
happy
you a
dance.
kiss. You have to blow a kiss into the
Oh god, that's
camera.
terrible. Probably I should never do that again. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. We're going to be streaming every Saturday. Next week is Tyler. After that, I'll be back to team up with Tyler. Sometimes we'll have extra guest hosts. And, yeah, eventually we're going to start doing a Wednesday stream, like either at the end of the month or next month, and we'll do that every Wednesday as well. So, you can tune in to us for entertainment. It's best if you tune in live so you can have a chance to win whatever prizes we have on the weekends, and just so you can chat with everybody. But you can also catch the stream through the archive. Just come to this page and you'll always be able to look up our past streams, and we also embed them into articles. So that's it. Thank you very much, Tyler. You've done a great job as co-host tonight.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to all the viewers for watching and putting up with me.
And of course, thanks to Derek Does It for his excellent moderation job. And hopefully, I won't see you guys next weekend unless I'm tuning in through the chat, but otherwise, I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you come and hang out with some Thomas Was Alone.
Good night, everybody.